Hello, great people. It's with great pleasure that I welcome you to another beautiful episode of Talk to Be outside the studio. It's Talk to Be, baby. Gay. Yes, now you know how we do it. It's another time to learn. It's another time to share our experiences. It's another time to have fun, to be encouraged, and of course, to love up on ourselves. Okay, my name is Dr. Abiola Adebayo Akinrinde. I promise you that today is going to be a lot of fun, trust me. But before I start, let me warn us, or let me plead. Yes, that's the word. So let me plead that this episode is going to be probably the most unprofessional episode that you have ever watched on Talk to Be. Is going to be very informal. You know, when you bring your bestie that is not too, you know what I mean now, like that is not too, you get it, that is not too okay, like that, you know. So please just bear with us. It's going to be very informal. We're just going to have fun. So don't see me as a professional presenter today. With this woman, I don't know what will happen. But please join me as I welcome my favorite, my friend, my bestie, as I welcome your favorites. That's Uyibo Afi, Doris Simeon. Hi, Nikini. Thank you for welcoming me. She refused to welcome me. Doris Kilo Share now, behave. Okay. Hi, everyone. You see what I mean? So please, you just have to bear. Doris, I'm about to start the interview. Please, as in, my wishing data true.
I know. So no, Talk to Be is a serious show. So
yes. You know, the thing is, everybody, a lot of you think, oh, Doris Simeon, she's very quiet, she's beautiful, she's clinical. When I hear that, I know the one that I pick. She's very beautiful, I agree. She's very hardworking, I agree. She's very quiet. I like, okay. So please, in this particular episode, as you're watching, I don't have to talk. You will talk the talk yourself. But please, all right, so let's go. Doris, please, I want to formally introduce you. Please behave, and then let's just talk.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, let's get to meet you formally. Aside me introducing yourself, who is Doris Simeon?
Doris Simeon is from Edo State. But I was born in Lagos. Like, I learned anywhere you're born, you're a citizen of that state. So I'm from Lagos State.
I agree.
But my parents, yes, I'm probably Edo as well.
Where are you from in Edo?
I'm from Okpila.
Okpila. Okay.
We speak Okpila. I'm from where we can say Isako as well. I'm lost. I know I'm a lost child because I was born in Lagos anyways. But so Okpila in Edo State, that's where I'm from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, how was your growing up like? What was it like for you?
Well, like I always say to people, my growing up was fun, and a lot of people tend to see that, this Oyibo girl. I grew up in a ghetto girl. The funniest thing is that when I was in school then, I still remember vividly in primary school, you know, some of when my parents I think it was my dad that took us to school then and registered us in that school there. When they say, they be like, Oyibo people, they feel that I've traveled abroad, or maybe I was born in abroad and all those things. Even the abroad that I am now, when I speak, that's when they realize that, this person is African.
So the people that are calling you Kokoye.
As at that time, the airport, Mokoto airport, David, my David yourself. for where? And then they will always be like, oh man, no, our parents will be rich. They will have AC. There was this analog telephone then and all those things. People always be like, oh, some of the kids in school then always feel that maybe I can give them the house phone number. Maybe they will come in. Nifa, Philip fan. Nígbà débi tó yẹ pé kí ni kò tiẹ̀ sí fún kí ló ń jẹ́ generator ọmọ yẹn plant náà ń pè ẹni tó bá ní plant olówó ni ládùúgbò wa gbà yẹn, you know. But you know, I grew up in a very still okay place, but it was fun. It was fun. Now I can even make jest of some people that I've called them or get inside them because they don't know how it was fun growing up in a face me and slap your apartment where they will fight for a pali stove. Talo sapata misi by talo sun, you know. It was fun. It was fun growing up, especially at night when there's no light. And that will now put mat outside. You'll be doing trust me, I know all those things. So it was fun for me. And then, you know, all those kind of lifestyle where, you know, some bachelors are living and then some girls will come and fight on top. Growing up in, you know, that kind of house was so fun for me because it was when I, you know, grew up that I realized that, so all this, me looking forward to all these rich homes, being in a compound house by yourself or a flat, and it wasn't that fun unlike where I grew up. So I was so grateful that I grew up like that. Some people might not find it fun because yes, I understand growing up, a lot of things have happened in the past that a lot of people now felt that, oh, so it was an abuse for them in some certain ways, like some uncles, bachelors trying to sleep with the minors and molest them. And then they will say, keep quiet because I fake on shame family and all those things. But it wasn't like that in my own case. I'm grateful, and I'm not saying this to mock other people. I'm saying this so that we can learn, you know, and then try to adjust, because I know a lot of people still live in such houses and all those things. So I understand, but for me, it was fun. And that's like an average family those years. Unlike now, even in the flats go average you. Go average. So
thank you, Doris. I got to know that you're actually the only albino in your family. Like you're in your immediate family, you are the only albino. Like, what happened? Your dad of blessed memory, I met him before he died. I met your mom. I know your siblings. None of them is actually sorry. Oh, not albino. None of them is actually an half caste. Is that better?
Wow.
Okay, you are wild.
Yes, I'm
very
wild.
Yeah. Okay. So,
okay, so before I answer that question, because, you know, our presenter have said that I should compose.
Okay.
And please. I'm trying hard to compose.
Doris, please.
Compose, oh, don't see. My fans. I know you guys know that. I know you guys know I'm quiet, you know, I don't fight. Easy going.
Do you mind answering the question,
please? I just wanted to explain myself.
Don't worry, do you understand?
So I won't be like my dear. It's okay. Well, so about that question that I'm the only fair person. Like he said, Kokoyi or Afin, or is he half caste? Just to funkify it. But it's okay. I will take that like that.
Okay.
I don't know. And it's unfortunately that my My sweet mother is passed on. I would have said, go and ask her.
There's nobody to ask. That's why I'm asking you.
You can still ask. I have aunties and uncles that can
What
answer
happened?
that
Who
question.
do you look like?
My mom, duh.
Oh, your mom is the Afin. Oh, wow.
Wow, mom, you can hear. It's okay.
Okay, all right. So let me get to my next question. So, at what point did you get into acting? What led you into that? Was it because you were very beautiful and everybody was encouraging you to be an actress, be an actress? At what point in your life did you get into acting?
One of my cousins was having a wedding.
Okay.
And before then,
Okay.
my friends, my siblings had said that, I should go and join acting and all those things, that you're funny. If they don't pick you when you go for audition, then they don't know what they're doing, you know? So I'd seen one audition, the same one of those people that told me, was the one that told me there was a Papa Jasco and Company audition.
Oh, okay.
You know, Shodi then. The Papa Jasco just started. Remember that then they always put all this, draw this cartoon on newspapers, magazines that we used to read then, until they started, making it a reality, like a TV show then. So I've always watched them. When they started on TV, I was like, hey, this is what I used to read on all those comic books and all those things. So when they told me about the audition, I was excited to go for it. I was shy because, yes, I know a lot of people know that I'm shy, and I'm still shy now, but I don't care if anybody look at me anyhow, but it's fine.
Oh my God.
So,
shy baby. I'm still shy.
A lot of people, I know my fans know that I'm shy.
Yeah.
I'm quiet then. So even in school, my secondary school, primary school to secondary school, they'd be like, this quiet girl, is it going, and all those things. I just said, okay, you know what, let me go and try. Although I love that people should know my name but not the face. So I was thinking that, okay, maybe if I go for this audition, I'll just be behind the camera and say I want to learn either continuity, camera, directing, and all those things was what was in my mind. So, like I said,
the initial intention was not to act.
Not to act. I wanted to be behind the camera, but people should know the name, you know, and not know the face, because I love to hear people gossip about, you know, artists and all these things. So like I said, it was my cousin's wedding. We went for measurement at the tailor's place around that Pangrove Onipan. I don't know. I always, up to date, I still mix it up.
So if you're coming from Ojuelegba, Yaba, Onipan is before Pangrove. If you're coming from Oshodi, or if you're coming from Ojota, Pangrove is before Onipan.
Trust me, I still don't know.
Don't worry. Don't worry, it's okay.
So I went, it was me and my elder sister. Remember then, I don't know if you remember, there's this people they call council. I don't know what they call them now. Council. That they will come to all this garage, anybody that is selling, they pack their, you know, goods, their stocks, and then seize it and take them to the station. So that period, they used to, you know, arrest people that cross the express road. You know, the express road. They will watch you, let you cross to the last lane, and then like Kai now, So, at the moment we bridge lock on as we crossed to the other side, there was this Wema Bank there then. So one guy was calling me from the Wema Bank. I was like, I'm a willy over toast me, then they expect came in was bad. I didn't know you wanted to save me from council people. And then somebody just did, hello. I said, I'm for boss intro me why you come and see. Well, yay! They've apprehended my sister already. I didn't know. I was looking at the guy that was calling me. I was like, we badges. I I didn't know he was trying to save me.
Oh.
That was how they took us to court.
Court?
Straight to court. The station, no, the thing is, I think the station was downstairs and then the court was upstairs or something. So they took us upstairs and then was now, the irony of it. It was my sister that now acted on that day. She was the one that was supposed to be an actor, because when she started acting, I didn't even know she was acting. She just started. Let's drop it. Yeah. Nobody. Where is that? Come, my sister. My sister. Money, where is it? I'm the sister.
So you thought it was real?
Yes, that was how we escaped.
Oh, wow.
They now said, you know what? Maybe you should go and take care of your sister and this thing. You guys can go. It was when we now walked. And then my sister was now laughing. I said, hey, look at this one that is saying that my story is... Hey, Bamike, Iboni, act.
It was a acting by what?
You know what I say? She is the most quiet one in the house. You can, at your sweet. You can never know that she can just sum up with that kind of idea. And then that was how we explained. Apparently, they were asking her for money. That was when she started.
She started having menstrual cramps.
I said, yeah. Okay. That was how I missed the first audition of Papa Jasco and Company. That's where the story was going to.
Oh,
because I was crossing over to take Oshodi bus to go for audition.
Oh my God! Oh, I thought, okay,
you see how the TC were. And then I was like, you know what? That's how God wants it. So I just felt that that's how my career had died. Few months down the line, this friend of mine came again and said, there's another audition, on so deal. I should go. I had no transport.
Hi.
I said, hey, how am I going to do this thing now? And I went to my mom thinking that she would drive me away in front of her. And to the glory of God, the woman said, and gave me the transport. I went for it. And she was waiting and looking forward. When am I coming back to come on? So I just went for the audition. I met the stars I used to watch. The first person I saw at the bus stop as I was heading down from the bus was Desmond Elliott. He was I said, what of this guy out? Oh my God! I composed myself, No, I don't want to. What do they call it? I don't want to decompose my steez.
Oh, your steez and composure. Hey, you maintained it.
I maintained.
Yeah.
Then I saw a lot of people under the tree there, where their office then,
audition,
everybody was talking, we were chatting and this thing there. I was just praying inside of me. I was shaking. I was nervous, but I said, no problem. And then that was where I heard about, I'm sure if Uncle Anta hear this again, he will say, this guy. I was not hearing about, it's after that is always the director. The man is wicked. If you do anything, she will scream on you. And I say, hey, that they cannot even scream one scream like this. I have turned to water. I will just melt inside the ground. I say, hey, God save me, God save me. I was just praying inside. We were outside for long. You know how audition is now. And then it was my turn. They called me in. And then they just started asking me different questions. Uncle Wale,
Uncle Anta, maybe Becky.
Was Uncle Anta there? I'm not sure.
For that one.
For that day. I'm not sure. But
was he the one directing that one, or Uncle Niji Akoni?
No, it was later Yomi Ogumola.
Oh, that was directing that particular Papa Jasco.
That I went for, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was Uncle Wale, Uncle late Yomi Ogumola, and Becky. That were there. So, and Uncle Wale was just asking me a question. I was answering. I can't really. That is faint in my head. I can't remember when the questions they were asking, but I was just answering, and I see that they were laughing and all, and inside me, I was happy and also nervous at the same time. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, they now said, you know what, wait outside, we'll get back to you. I've heard that we will get back to you
Countless
times.
times.
I'll be like,
Get back to me.
get back to you is Shama Loli Ejeje. But then a lot of people outside there too, when I got back outside, were saying that they were saying they will get back to me too, but I'm waiting. Maybe they will call us, And then some people were tired after all the pure water drinking and saving the money for the rest of the transport. I was like, okay, well, my mommy money to transport down where we not waste. I will wait. I will wait. I waited, and then after calling like almost everybody and giving them script, and some they said go home, we'll call you when we need, and all those things. It was just, I think it was me. I can't remember. I think this Charles Okucha too was there. Remember Charles Okucha? And I've forgotten a lot of people's name that were under the tree there. And some were singing, rapping, putting their all this yo and their big t-shirt there. I miss those years. So now they now called me in and said, okay, so this is what we are offering you. Now let me give you the price. I think because I remember that was my first big money in my eye then. I can't remember how much, but I think it was 10 naira that we are using to transport then and all those things. But that was a lot of money.
Oh, of course.
Hey, my sister, when they said, yeah, you are going to be doing 3 episodes with us, and our money is 1,500 something.
Oh, gee.
And then because it's 3 sins, we'll just give you. It wasn't up to 4,000 that they gave me then, but you see that 3,000, it was like 3 million then in my ear.
I can imagine.
I could not wait to get back home and tell my
your
mom that. What are you talking? I'll give you back your money that you have given me for transport.
Can you remember the year?
Like I think it was late 90s. It was like late 90s or 99, I think. Yeah, it was 99 June or so that I started then. It was 99 or 2000. Thereabout. So by the time I got home, my mom, God rest. You see, my parents are just the sweetest. God rest their souls. My mom was waiting for me to come back and gist her. That woman. I was not like, when I go back, I was like, yes. They said that I should come also. They used to record in the Ikorodu then. I should come also, so they will pay me this and that and that. Atibobo. Yeah. When I got on the set, with all my preparation and all those things, English is all me. But Doris said,
why Talukolo?
In 90. Wow, people talk to be local English.
Village people is on me. Are you serious?
I'm telling you, that's how nervous I was getting on set. And then they will now call action. You have to speak louder. I say, hey, I am dead. Am I going to succeed in this career like this? I say, God, hey. And then the people on that set are so sweet. They were calm. And then some of the actors that I was working with called me and said, I know it's not easy. You can be nervous. That was what encouraged me. I still didn't really speak about it. I now summoned a little more courage, to do that. I just was praying when I was done, going back home. I was just praying. When up to date, I've not seen those 3 episodes. It was people that were telling me. That was how I became a star in Ojota. I think I went to go and hustle somewhere else. I was just coming back. I said, let me buy Dundu and Nakara, go and eat Gari at home and rest for the day. And then they were not getting me. Josephine, báwo ni? the greeting that I've never received before in my life. And then I was there like, what's going on? Not until when I got home and my mom was just me that, do you know how many people came to visit me today? I say, for real? What happened?
Wow.
Aromoyin. Few weeks down the line, there's some people still come. You know, some I too know. Now I came, I went to my mom. Jẹ́ kọ́mọ yín máa ṣe àwọn nǹkan báyìí.
Wọ́n dé.
Àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá máa ní wọ́n ò lè ever níran, àwọn tó níran náà ń ṣe iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe yìí. Ẹjọ́ máa jẹ́ sọ fọ́mọ yín o. Few years down the line, the same people came to my mom and said, yeah, Josephine, I think I want to be Doris. Mommy,
Oh, fair art.
You know where I'm going to. The same people, the way my mom gist me, you will laugh. I was like, they are the same people that say, oh, more than well, money,
Life.
Money station only my National Theatre.
Winnies.
And then there was, that's where we always go to advertise our movies, National Theatre, especially every Sundays. Then Sundays and then LTV afterwards.
Yeah,
was LTV.
It was after National Theatre.
I say, I wish to see all these people. My mom said, I can't tell you because I don't know what you go and tell them. And I was like, mommy, Mama, tell me money. I want to quiet. Okay, why don't you? But me to fell asleep.
Okay, so from that, you now got to dabble into Yoruba
movies. In fact, before I finished on that Papa Jasco set, that was where I got my first Yoruba script and lead role as well.
Oh, which one?
Well, then the title was Abanikedun, produced by Kehinde Lawal. And Yomi Ogumala directed it then.
The same Uncle Kehinde with Lawal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, and I think they now afterwards titled it 3 million, I be 30 million, I be 3 million then because 3 million was a lot of money then. 3 million was what they titled it. And because most of those movies I've done then was either on VHS, you know, all this analog, you know, kind of this thing. So I hardly could find them. Sincerely, I really want to see all the movies I've done in those years. But you can hardly see it on YouTube now. But I think some of the producers are trying to bring some of these movies back to you know, YouTube and all those things. I would love to see.
Can't wait to see what you look like.
I would love to see a lot of that.
Okay, Doris. There's this question. That's not supposed to be my next question, but I want to go there because I don't want to forget. It's a bit personal. It's something that I know about you. All right. So, guys, you see, Doris is a Christian, but she doesn't like to go to church. And then that's because she had a particular experience growing up with church. Of course, she had a church growing up, you know, but I would chase Doris, let's go to church. She would say, if you see the way she would talk about church, and that's because she had a particular experience. And I want her to share that experience with us. And this is just so that we all can learn with what we do sometimes. Do you understand? So that thing, I've heard it for years and it just didn't leave my memory. So Doris, would you like to share that experience with us?
Well, yeah. So growing up, really, I don't really like going to church anyways. But, you know, African mothers, African parents with their church, you know, pray, fast, and all those things. So, but my younger ones, they love to go to church more than me, and even my elder sister. So Mind you, let me just digress a little bit. From my mom's side, I'm from a polygamous home. From my mom's side, we are five kids, 3 girls, 2 boys. God rest your soul, Emmanuel. My younger sister, my younger brother is late. So now we're like 3 girls and a boy. So you see the rest of those people, they like to go to church. You see me. Then they now started going to church. My sister, Charity, got into choir. Then Josephine too was not that constant, but she's a church girl too. And Charity will come back and be gisting me about, Sister Mary did this, and Uncle Martha now do this one. I say, and they call themselves born again. So it was curiosity that made me started going to church and now join the choir. But this incident happened before I officially joined the choir. I was like, they call us, I grew up in the Apostolic Church, mind you. They call us the youth something. Okay. So there's this program they always do in church with the youth. After service, we'll wear white, and I love when I see those youth in uniform like that. It always makes me. In fact, that was one of the reasons why, while I was in school, I joined Red Cross.
Okay,
but I didn't last there too. But it's okay. Alright, me this way. Okay. Okay. So as I was saying. So this particular Sunday, there's this youth convocation or something program that we have. I can't remember. I'm sure there are a lot of people that go to Apostolic Church will remember.
I shall remember that they are white and blue.
Yeah. No, the white and blue is the uniform. They still wear it. Yeah, but I heard that now it's more funkier. The hat it's not akoto like we. Oh, that akoto. Orimamu nonsense.
Please go ahead. Jesus.
Go ahead. After the church service that morning on Sunday, then the youth had a service after this thing. So we had to rush home, wear our white so that we can. So I wore the white, mostly in the Apostolic, I'm sure the Apostolic people, mostly in Apostolic Church. Then I don't know about now. Deaconesses sit in front.
Yeah.
And then the chair they always put in the churches, they now put like a desk in front of most of the chairs so that the women can have their bags on the floor, their bags and all those things put in under the decks and all those things. So this particular Sunday, the smaller side of the church was where I now found a seat because I didn't go back on time. The church was full already. So still that front row was still for the deaconesses.
Okay.
Because most of the youths were in front of the major places that they usually sit. So one of the deaconess was, I can't remember the deaconess name, I can't remember. But I heard she's late now, God rest her. So the deaconess was sitting in front of me. I don't know if she's still alive, but I'm not sure. It's still fainting in my head. The deaconess was sitting in front of me. So as she sat down, her bag fell. And I rushed in front as a good girl and church girl. That so that they will know that now I'm a church girl. And I went to pick the woman back to put it back. The woman now held my hand like this. Started saying, Oli, Oli. I was like, ha. And the next story I just heard from left and right, it was not like, when you watch a movie that maybe you hit your head, every sound was this sound, you're just hearing all sorts of sound. That was the way my head was pounding. And then Fiam, the pastor's wife, now came into picture, brought us out so that they will not create a scene in the church. And then before you know it, they have called my mom to come down to church. My mom came. I was kneeling down crying. That me, fully That's the last thing my mom will ever do to her children. No. And then I just heard that, gbàdúrà lọ́wọ́ ni. Ó ti dé ẹnu gate. Báwo ló ṣe rọ́wọ́ mi mú tí mo ti dé ẹnu gate pẹ̀lú báàgì? Àtẹ̀wádé àtẹ̀kù ti sọ pé ẹ̀fà yà mọ́ lọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Àtẹ̀wádé báàgì tí nǹkan gidi wà.
Ta ló lọ sẹ́fà? Kí ló ń lọ ṣe lẹ́fà?
Ẹ̀fù máa wà bọ́ọ̀rùn. Ẹ̀fà yà wà bọ́ọ̀bù bàjẹ́ bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ bí tí wọ́n ti ń jó wá táwọn á jó.
Doris!
You know what I'm saying?
And you're my friend. You're not going to hellfire. No way.
That's what you people will be saying. Estimi.
Rest in Jesus' name. No, you're not going to hellfire. You're going to heaven with me. Heaven lives inside of me. So you're going with me, baby. Doris, what is wrong with you?
I'm pastor come at heaven.
Yes, can you be serious, please?
So this woman now said I was at the gate already. Èyí tó yẹ pé wọ́n ṣe rìn ní. So báwo lè sáré tẹ̀lé mi ọmọ ìkéré tí ẹ fi sáré rí owó mi gbá mú báyìí tí mo ti dé ẹnu gate. Oh, I cried. I cried. For me to still remember at this age, I cried. I was like, wow. You know how parents, African parents, my mom beat me from that church. I don't know how many people that is trying to toast me there. My mom beat me, embarrassed me to the house. I said, you see why? And when they start praying, they are the one that will start.
They prophesy.
I'll be like, oh wow. What a born again. Forgive me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel when it comes to especially all the spiritual mothers that are carrying church and Bible in their head. Like every other person that wears this thing are nothing but sinners. How can you be reading Bible and saying that even in the Bible says, judge not. Bring the sinners so I can make them whole. Is that not what the Bible says? The Bible did say that.
No, come on to me, or ye that
whatever.
labor.
All the year that labor, is it not sinners? Now I'll give you rest, right?
Mami.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm twisting your Bible.
Twisting your Bible. Okay, so what? So that really hurts you.
It hurts me. I'm not saying I don't believe in God.
What do you believe in?
I don't believe in church.
You don't believe in church?
Yeah.
So what do you believe in?
Even the Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered. It did not say even if it's in church or it must be in church.
But the Bible says with you. Yes, God is here with us. God is in you.
It doesn't have to be in church.
But if the Bible says that we should not forsake the assembly, the gathering of the saints.
Did you say church? Where do they gather? Wherever they gather.
They gather.
Yes, there.
So what are you doing now? What are you practicing now? What's your religion?
Believe in God.
Okay.
I believe there's God.
Okay.
That's it. I don't have religion. I believe there's God.
That's it.
That's it.
Are you gonna go to church?
I don't believe in church. Church is a building, duh.
Okay. Do you believe in pastors?
Hell no.
Not as God, not as any
Everybody preaches what they believe and understand.
Okay.
Then I read my own Bible. I believe and understand.
Oh, you read Bible?
Sometimes. I read Quran. Sometimes.
Yes. You read Quran?
Yeah, that's the thing. Why do we always feel that the God that Muslims serve is
no, that's not. I'm not even. This is not about discrimination. It's about me asking you that. Do you do so? I'm not trying to discriminate at all. So I'm just. I know you don't like.
All in all. Yeah, believe in God.
Okay. Do you do by the way, Ifa or anything? Since you say
If
you're
I
on
can,
or Oshun,
if I can find somebody that where I can learn, I will. Yeah,
really,
yeah.
the Lord is your strength.
Amen. Hallelujah. Somebody.
She's very gentle. I know she's very gentle. Yeah. Composure at still. Okay, Doris. Dem- So that will lead me to my next question. So, at what point did you decide to relocate? What happened? Why?
So, I'm sure a lot of people know my story about, me and my ex, taking my son and all that. I don't want to go into details. Come on, like, who you like, who you like now. That's in my past, anyways. But
I would like to hear a little bit of it, though, or maybe not in details as such.
So, he brought my son to. He actually, from the story of lying to me and taking the boy away to Abuja, from Abuja down here, without my.
He lied to you that what?
That it was the day the whole thing happened was when he said he was going to his mom's place.
Okay.
And then Baba Omoshima
of course.
and all those things. And then he didn't come home. I was calling. I was, he wasn't picking my calls. He wasn't, like I said, I didn't want to go into details on that issue. And then all of a sudden, you're in Abuja, and then you stop picking my calls. I try to I tried. A lot of people will feel that I don't because I don't come out to talk. I don't. I'm not that kind of person. I know what I've gone through when I try to talk and then cry and then people are pitying me. I hate pity. It makes me hate pity then because and I just stopped. I just decided to be on my own, pray and hope for, a better way to handle the issue and all those things. And Fiam, they're in the US. He took my son without my consent. He was just 4 years old or 3 years old then, I think. When they came to US, I think it was already 4 as at the time that they came to US, but it was 3 when I murdered my child last. So I just didn't know. I think it was somebody that told me about it, and then
you were not in the known that it took the
obviously because it was without my consent.
So you didn't know where they were
when they left Abuja? Yeah, of course I didn't know. How would I know? It was just rumor flying here and there that made me knew, and then I started calling.
So it's been how long at that time that you couldn't reach them?
It was 3 when it was taken away.
So for
by the time they came to US, it was already 4. That's like a year.
So you were looking for them for like a year.
I've been calling. He will not pick. And when he picks, he will tell me, I'll call you back. I'm busy. And then maybe for another 2, 3, 4, 5 months, weeks, I won't get through. Finally,
with your son?
Yeah. Finally, when I got through, it was walk and whatever. I can't remember because I decided to forget all those things and I put it in my past. So that I am going to it was walk and I didn't even know I was going to travel, this and that and that and that and that. And then I said, okay. Finally I got to talk to my son. So, he was still little then. He was just gisting me because I still remember the gist. When have you got a big car? This and that and that and that. When am I coming? He's waiting for me. I said, I'll be there soon, baby. And then I waited at least you let me know. And then I started all the court processing because of all the lie. But like you said, how did I get to
Okay,
become
were you
a
the one?
American liver now?
Okay.
So no, ask me.
Okay, I wanted to there was a court case afterwards.
Mhm.
Was it after you left and you decided to go to court?
Yeah.
So what were you charging them for? Or what did you go to court for?
For custody of my son.
Okay, at that time. But they were already in the US.
They were already in the US at the time the court case started.
Okay, so what was the judge ruling or was judgment?
Now
the court's judgment rather.
Now let me go into that question because it linked.
Okay.
That how did I become somebody that's living in America now? So I was on this court case for like 4 years, if not 5 years, going back and forth every day. Sometimes I'll wake up early in the morning, drive down to where's that Igbo court in the island and all those things. And then at the end of all the court case with all this thing that they brought in and everything, they gave him custody.
Why?
Saying that because he lives in America. That's how bad our government can be.
I don't understand.
Picking where about for Nigeria. Nasimi is because he's having a better life in America.
You were not suffering either. You were doing well.
Maybe it's me that don't understand what the court said though. But that was the translation I got.
The boy was a minor.
They now said he has to be bringing him on holidays because he's schooling here. They can't say you should just pull him out of school. That he should be bringing him down to Nigeria on holidays, and then at least twice or 3 times in a year and all those things. Where I want for them? I was tired. I was tired of all the back and forth. I was frustrated. I was depressed. But I can never show that because I know where I come from. I know how my parents had taught us to be strong no matter what you're going through in life and all these things. So I just forgot about it. And you said to myself, I looked at myself in the mirror one day. I said, you know what? If I die today, this child will live his life. He will live his life. So I said, went into my wardrobe, dust all of my steez, all of my demure, and then I just got back to work and decided to you know what? And somebody said something to me, and they said, use your success to revenge. When you succeed, that is a fight for you. When you're successful, you're living fine, you're living good. No man will ever say, you see, it was because I'm in her life. That's why she's like this. Now I'm out of her life. Look at how useless she is. Now I decided not to make myself that kind of person. I decided to make myself. Yeah, it's not that it doesn't hurt me that I couldn't mother my child. He's 16 now. I still don't get to know my child that well, but I thank God that I'm here. So I just decide one day that, you know what? It's just me here. I don't mind. Let me go down there. Let me see how it is. And I don't mind starting all over again. So at first, I went to London in 2018. I wanted to do my normal, traveling tours and all those things, and then maybe go back to Nigeria. So I went to London. I was thinking, should I stay in London? That one is not too far too. But I had bought my ticket for London and the US. So I said, you know what, let me go to US too and see if Tileba Tutu, maybe I will probably stay there. If it doesn't, I'll come back to London and just decide to start my life all over again. So as I came, before I came, I had called him that I'm coming and I'm coming to see him, to see my son and all those things. They did say all this, that. Like I said, I don't even want to go into details on his own matter. I didn't say anything because I had made up my mind. And when I got here, I saw him. He was happy. At the same time, was a little bit drawn back.
That was after how many years? How old was he at that time?
I think it was 12 then. Was it 12 or 11? I can't remember the year. Yeah, 2018.
Yeah. So he's 16 now. 2018 so now would be about 6 years, right? Yes, 2018. So that would be 6 years. So 6 years minus, so it would be like 10.
Yeah. You see, that's why I have to calculate all this thing.
Calculate all this thing.
So it was 10 then. So, and we went out to eat, and it was just smiling and was happy at the same time, was nervous at the same time. And I asked him, what's wrong? You want to talk to me? And I said, I'm just happy. I don't want this day to go. Oh. That's the word that made me stay finally. Wow. I don't want this day to go. I said, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. I'm here with you. I'm here for you. So that was what finally made me stay in 2018. So in fact, I was actually shooting around New Jersey, and I went to New York to see them. Then they were in New York then. So that word was what made me stay back.
At that time, you were not even staying in the same state. How easy was it for you to see him frequently? Were you able to see him frequently?
Well, because New York was not far from Maryland then.
Okay.
So I just felt like I wanted to go to start all over in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh. Because I had lived there before some years back, 2014 or something. So when I visited him and he said that word, that was when I decided to stay in Maryland. Since it's not far, it would have been easier for me to drive around. Even if it's another state, at least it's still US. That I don't have to be waiting for visa and all those things. I can go from state to state anyways.
Yeah.
But being that I'm in New JJC in the US, I heard New York was too expensive to live in. So I said, you know what, let me just stay back in Maryland. And then it's not far. I can always drive down when I have my card and I'll just take a bus or train and go see him, or probably they'll bring him down. So that was how we started the co-parenting thing. Because in his mind, they thought I was there to fight him because of what happened some years back when I heard that they were in Atlanta and he didn't tell me anything. I just went for a movie premiere and somebody told me that, am I here to see my son? I was like,
they moved to Atlanta from New York.
That's why I said I didn't want to go to details and all those things. I did not know where they first started from. You know, this year that I was talking about was 2014 or 2015. I came for Abia Award.
Yeah.
So from there we went to Atlanta for, I think, Buki Fabui movie premiere in Atlanta. Okay. And then, you know, normally fans saw me and say, hey,
okay, sorry, I just want to take you back a little. Between that time that he was in New York, that he moved out of New York, you were not aware they've moved. Oh, okay. So you thought they were still there. That means you weren't seeing them as...
I wasn't.
Why? You were not allowed?
Yeah.
He would not pick your call?
He would not pick my call.
Oh, okay.
Because he had even from Nigeria threatened that I'll make sure you not see the boy. I'll make sure this and that. That's why I didn't want to go to details.
I get.
All those things are just like...
So he won't pick your calls, so you didn't know where he was with the child.
Somebody outside told me, was asking.
In Atlanta.
They were just, you know, went out to eat and then they just went, so are you here to see your son? I said, I don't get there in New York now. Why?
Oh, you have to say that to a stranger.
And then they said, no, I know where they live. You know, this one in Atlanta. Yeah, I said, wow. That was how I called.
So when you called him,
He said, did the police me around? That was his word. Like I said. Now, that's why you'll see me talking like I don't care about anything. I've decided in my heart and in my life that I will never take life seriously. Because by doing that, you're killing yourself little by little. Make yourself happy. Forget about talks here and there. I know it's not easy. You will go into your closet when you're alone in your house and all those things or anywhere and then cry and say, God, why? For how long do you want to say that for?
okay.
For how long? And yet you will still sleep and wake up and they continue saying, God, why? For you to sleep and wake up, it means that God gives you another opportunity. So leave it. Live. Live a good life. Stop living a miserable and depressed life saying that God, why? When you're still breathing and you still have the mouth to say, God, why not to use the mouth and say, thank you, God, and then move on.
Now, there was this assumption then that your ex took your son away because you were not taking care of the boy, that you were always on set. Did you hear that yourself?
I heard it.
Okay.
I heard it.
Okay.
This same set that I go with my nanny, with my son to movie sets.
Okay.
Ever since I've had my son, even if I want to go outside of Lagos to shoot, I go with him. But if I'm shooting in Lagos, I don't ever stay outside.
Mm.
And make sure I go back home.
Like I do.
I go back home, and he's always home with a nanny. So I make sure I go back home because if I'm living in Lagos and I'm shooting, why would I want to know? So him that is saying that travels every now and then, how did you know that I wasn't taking care of my child? But all those things are just, to me, I would say, I don't like putting my life in social media, but I'm doing this because
it's me.
I've been trying as much as possible not to grant the interview on this matter and all those things.
I know. Thank you for sharing with me. There is this you think he has been with his ex during the relationship, or you think it was after? Because I think they were in Abuja together. I'm not so sure. But what's a lot of people, I'm sure she has heard people attacking her as well, that they started the relationship while he was still with you. Or some said it was after. Did you notice anything like that at that time?
No, I don't prognose into how. In fact, at some point in our marriage, I was the one pushing in that they should go out and have fun, have friends, and all those things. So I didn't even know anything. In fact, when this whole thing started, one journalist called me that year and was asking about, is it true? I don't want to mention names. I don't want to mention names. Is it true? It wasn't even his ex that they were asking me about. It was another actress they were asking me about. And I was like, you know what? Since you people even know more than me, why don't you ask whoever? Ask for details now. Why are you asking me? Since you know, and you're not calling me, ask the person that gave you the headline now to give you the full details. I don't have my business with that. But I just felt like, you know what? That's how life is. The only thing that hurts is that they didn't let me mother my child. That's the only hurt thing.
Every other thing would have just been
Shit happens in life.
I know. How do you feel when you got to know he got married to someone else?
How did I feel?
Hmm.
I didn't feel anyhow because I had forgotten about him already before I heard all that. I've moved on with my life because if you had tried to patch some things and the other partner is not willing to, why do I want to kill myself over that?
I get.
So I just
At what point did you guys divorce legally? You were legally married. Was it after the court's judgment of custody and all? Was it?
I would say yeah, after. It was after.
Was after that?
Yeah, because after all this, yeah, Bella, we'll try.
I know. I know.
I'll try hard, and I don't want to mention name.
Okay.
Because of one, my son's future, and I don't want to sound like a broken record. I don't want to sound like
you can't sound like a broken record because you have never spoken out, really. So
yeah,
whatever you're speaking now, I'm sure this is probably like the first time that you're saying something, even maybe not in details, but that people will hear your side of story. And Doris, I must tell you, I respect that about you so much. You know, aside being your friend, I know how much I understand the pain that you went through, that you're still going through, that I know, especially when it comes to David and all of that. But you have kept your cool. I think you should be applauded for that. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I really do. But one thing I just have learned in life is that when some things happen to you in life and you sleep and wake up, that's the only thing I always, and that's why I said I believe in God. That's the only thing I always see as God just says to you, wake up. This is another opportunity. Go have fun or make good of that life of yours. I say that to people. I say that to some people that want to listen. And I don't want people to see that, she's so innocent and pity. Life is about both people. I might have my faults, no doubt. And I'll access to it and I'll agree to it. He has his faults. And that's why I said I didn't feel anything when they got married. I just wish them luck. But the only thing, and I will continue saying that, is that they did not let me murder my child. That's the only painful part. For me, shit happens in life. Maybe this is how God wants us to this is what God says we owe ourselves, and that's it. But denying the other partner of a particular thing that you know she's entitled to, she's born to do.
That means so much to her.
But now, I'm demure. I'm all that. I know people out there will be watching this and be emotional. Trust me, I am good. I am good, and I'm grateful for a lot of people. I did not need to say or type A. I know a lot of people out there fought for me. And I'm very grateful for that. I am. I always say that. I'm grateful for the fact that I've been out of Nigeria for some years now. And people still see me and still expecting that if you come back, you don't want to know what the kind of celebration we're going to. I'm grateful for that because some people had left Nigeria that in the industry they've forgotten about.
Yeah, I know.
But I say to my friends, some of my friends here, they say, Walk on their picture or shaking, you know.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
I am. Oh no, I am so grateful. I am. Yeah. I just thank God for that. That people can still. I've been in
reckon with you. Yeah.
I did a short this thing with Jigon recently that they posted, and a lot of people were like, "When are you coming back? We miss you on screen and all those things." I still shoot here. I still do some movies here. It might not be like what we do back home in Nigeria, but it's still way better than what they used to do some years back here. But
I know.
I don't know. I always say it in my messages sometimes, especially when I celebrate my son or I celebrate my birthday. And then people always, comment, follow, and then some people will send gifts. People have not seen. I want to give this to your son. Oh, take this one for your birthday. We appreciate you. When are you coming back? Keep this. Some women, some men, even in some occasions that I go to, they keep saying, I love you. Thank you. And all those things. I appreciate you guys. You don't know how much I love you guys. I thank you guys for all of this. But I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. And because I've been living in this country for a while now, and the kind of job I do here, it pertains to kids here. It makes me even more emotional. And then I pray to every single mothers and fathers here all the time that, oh God, please make us that parent that will make our children a better tomorrow and make us proud and not kill us in young age. Because you need to see what the kids here are doing.
I know. Ben, would you say that you're relocating to the US has been worth it for you?
You know what? Yeah, it has. It has. Because I feel that if I had not decided to stay, maybe I said I didn't get the chance to mother my child, maybe I wouldn't have known him at all. Maybe I wouldn't have known him at all. Maybe I wouldn't have known how the system here works, especially when it comes to kids, youths here. Guys, that's another story to tell about what the youths here are doing and what they're going through and what their parents are doing in their lives. And because of that, I did a show. I'm still working on the show. I'm sorry if I'm advertising.
No, it's okay. Please do. Please do. We do that.
It's called Kids Gist with DS. That's Kids Gist with Doris. I've always loved kids. A lot of people that knows me, that are close to me, knows that I love kids a lot. While I was in Nigeria, even when my son was not there, every summer period, all of my siblings with their kids, even my uncle wife with her kids in Warri, will come down. They always come to spend the summer in my house. My house is like holiday for them because when they go back home and they go back to school and they ask them, where did you? I went to my big mommy place. She took us to ShopRite. She took us to Father Christmas. That's what they are. But it's Santa Claus, have you? So I want to just get to know all these kids, what they think in their head. And then sometimes I ask myself, is this how we were thinking growing up? Is this how we always feel growing up and all those things? But then when we were growing up, say that to all these kids here now. Especially when they say, especially in the visitor's house and they offer you food. Now do that to these kids here. They'll tell you,
Mom, what are you trying to do?
What's in your eyes? Why you do your eyes like
this?
That's what they will ask you.
I know, right?
So I just wanted to be like a kid. I just want to, be
so.
like I want to start being in their level to see what is going through their head, how they are thinking, and why this demure period. It's down well
Demure you, Okay, I have just two more questions to let you go. And the first one will be, if you're to turn back the ends of time, what would you like to change?
To be very rich before I get married. Oh, to be rich, I just no.
Okay, so with that, are we looking at the wedding bells anytime soon? Is that going to happen? Are you still going to give love a chance, or is there somebody there now or something?
There's somebody there, and I am not putting my private life in the social media.
And you're not mentioning names, don't worry. But there's somebody there.
Yeah.
So is wedding bells ringing anytime soon? Am I going to be the best lady that I always? Who's going to be your best lady? Let me see the person.
Any among my wedding, no, but I have a man in my life. That's it.
Okay, so what's gonna happen?
That's it.
Okay.
Please stop.
Okay, I can't wait to be the best lady.
Any among my best lady, that's all. Because I don't know.
Okay, I can't wait to come and do Omugo.
David said no.
Can you imagine? David said he doesn't want another child.
He said, I'm enough for you, Mom.
Wow. Ow. Wow. You in where are you, in Atlanta, in Texas, or wherever you are?
I begged him. I said, your email is still. Please stay there. Let them just one more.
You're fine.
I'm fine. And then there was a day it was now like I didn't know who and he. I think it was him and my friend that was talking. And then now I said, you said you don't want your mom to have another baby. I said yes. If I look at any baby for long, you'll be like, I see how you're looking at that baby.
At 16.
He now said,
maybe
one.
Maybe it's okay.
It's okay.
But just give us a girl.
Because that's the agreement. But if you now have two, I might sue. I'm not saying I'm suing my mother, but I might sue you.
Are you kidding me? So is it your baby? Is it your stomach? Are you the one carrying the baby? What's your own?
He wants to be the only baby in the house.
David, you are not a man. You are not a man. Leave my friend alone. What? Okay, so my last question before I let you go will be what has life taught you so far?
Good, bad, demure, steals.
No.
You get? I know you get it. You might, she didn't get it. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Doris, what has life taught you? What have you learned in your life? I've
learned that love yourself. As love. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love the person beside you or your partner or whoever is around you. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Make good of yourself. When you feel good, when you see any other person, you make them feel good.
Yeah.
But if you don't love yourself, I know some people might be selfish. They might love themselves and not love the other people. But trust me, when you love yourself and you're happy every time, people around you want them to always smile.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I've learned.
All right, Mama. I would like for you to encourage the younger ones coming behind you. You have said the word to your fans already, how much you appreciate and everybody. So just encourage the younger ones there.
And please, I beg you guys, make sure that you try as much as possible and make good of yourself, your body, your money before you can help any other person. Because if you don't help yourself, you can't help any other person. When you go into the plane, when the LSS are there, they'll tell you that help yourself with the face mask first before you can help your own child. Because if you can't breathe, how can you save the other one beside you? Don't be Van Damme. Don't be a Van Damme. Don't be Chuck Norris. Oh, actor will not man win. Actor will not die for film. Don't be a Bruce Lee. Don't be this thing. Make sure that you save yourself first. You have to feel good for you to make other people feel good. Okay? And make sure you are hardworking. Please do not put yourself in shady business and think that will pay. It will pay you, but not on the long run. It has expiring date, trust me. It does. But if you work hard, you have peace of mind and enjoy.
That's right.
You have peace of mind and enjoy.
That's right, Mama. Thank you so much. Thank you, Doris. Thank you for sharing this with us. Thank you for coming all out. You know, if you know what it took me to do this, Doris, shake us some time for.
No, you're correct.
Yeah, I'm correct. Jeka fi time mo je kon di. No. Mu fun yen. Ah. Jeka fi time mo.
3:34
a.m. a.m. So sometimes when you say bring this, you don't know what it cost us. So see what it's costing us. This is 3:45 a.m. and we have been on this for a while. We just had to get this done.
I have to be at work at
7 a.m. And this is what, so this is how far we go just to bring you some of these things that we do on Talk to Be. So guys, please help me appreciate my friend. Help me say thank you to her. This means so much to me. She's going to be working at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then she's still doing this with me because we just have to. I can never come to Maryland and not do this. A lot of you will question me. And of course, she didn't want to. I have to, this is me. We have to do it. And she honored me. Babe, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, babes.
She's the only one that would drag me. That's why I try not to say some certain things. But I know I didn't say some certain things. Guys, just don't let your past
determine your future. You have to be. So thank you so much. All right, guys, this is where I'll be saying goodbye on this episode of Talk to Be. I hope you have fun. I hope you learned. I hope you laughed enough, and then I hope you're emotional with me at some point. I tell you what, it was a lot with Doris. She's my friend, so I can say she went through so much with her not being able to take care of her child herself. But when there is life, there is hope. Thank God that David is alive, is doing fine, very, very humble, intelligent, smart. What else could you possibly ask of God? So I'm grateful for that grace. I'm grateful that she's there, and I'm thankful that you are watching Talk to Be. So please, if you're here to subscribe to this channel, please do. Please subscribe to my friend's channel. So Doris, what's your
Doris Simeon TV?
Please subscribe to Doris Simeon TV as well. Please. That will do a lot. She's also on Instagram as Doris. Is there an underscore?
Underscore Doris underscore Simeon.
Okay, underscore Doris underscore Simeon. So please. I see, guys, please pardon me. I told you, I begged before we started that it's going to be like this, but I'm sure you enjoyed yourself. Please don't forget what I usually tell you. Whatever thing you're doing, put God first, be determined, and stay focused. It's like come your way, same time on the same station next week by God's grace. I love you. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Talk to Be. Share your experience.